Hi, I'm your Professor Joseph. Welcome to Introduction to Logic, Fill 3. This video is an intro video. Imagine it like you're in my class, like real time. You know how the first day of class is like the professor going over the syllabus and what's expected of the class? That's what this video is going to do. This video, even though it says section 469, it will work for all three classes in the spring 2021 semester. Whether you're early or the late 8-week session, doesn't matter. This video will work for all of them. So here we go. So basically the very first week of class, and it's in the announcement, the very first thing you want to do is watch this video, and I'll have a link to it in the syllabus, but you're going to have to do a syllabus quiz and a getting to know you discussion forum in the first 2 days. You got to do it or you'll be dropped from my class. This lets me know that you've actually logged on to Canvas and that you're actually participating in the class. So this is due Tuesday night before 11:59, so right before midnight. So that gives you all day Monday, all day Tuesday to do it. It's a simple 10-question syllabus quiz. It forces you basically to look at my syllabus. And then the getting to know you discussion forums are real easy. In fact, I'll show them to you real quick. So just as an overview, the home page is your syllabus. So just to show you, this very first home page is pretty long. This whole thing is your syllabus. So if you scroll all the way down, you can see right here, course calendar, exactly what's due in the first week, syllabus quiz, getting to know you, and then your assignments. So this whole thing is your syllabus. If you want to download the syllabus, there it is. So basically, this will be your friend through the whole semester, the syllabus page, and then modules. You go into your modules. I break it down week by week. So this is considered week 1. You don't have to look at these unless you're super new to college and maybe online. These are just helpful videos. This is a new video we've added for the philosophy department. Why major in philosophy? It's pretty fun. You can watch that if you want to. It's really cool. We just finished it this week. Well, let's go back. So you have to complete the orientation quiz and the getting to know you. So the quiz, I think I gave you 2 to 3 attempts. Pretty easy. Getting to know you. Oh, I've got to edit this. Let me edit this right as we speak. So you can read while I'm doing that. Tuesday, February 23rd. So here are the questions. Why are you taking this class? What's your major? Are you in a program? If so, which one? How many years at Mount SAC? On down through like what's your favorite movie series? And you have to post a picture of your favorite scenario to relax in. I get really cool pictures all the time. And then you have to make at least one reply to another student. And this is your grading rubric. How I'm going to grade you is, did you answer the 6 questions? Did you reply to another student? And that's pretty it. It's like a super simple rubric. You got to complete those. So let's get out of the modules. Oh, sorry, let's go back to the modules. So this is week 1. You have to do these 2. Then you get into your week 1 assignments, okay? And I go all the way down through week 2, week 3, all the way down through week 8. Everything you need to do in that week is right in front of you, okay? So again, you can watch this video as many times as it takes for you to get familiar. There's no rush. Remember, I'm your professor. I'm also your coach. And it's funny, I'm also a student. If some of you don't know, I'm a PhD student, and I'm about to defend my dissertation and get my PhD this next month. Like, it has to be, I have to defend it before April 6th. So I'm a student like you. I like to know exactly what's going on, what I've got to do, So in that sense, I'm like your coach. I'm a fellow student, just in a different program. So I know what it's like to be a student. So each week we'll have objectives and PowerPoint slides. It's just me telling you, this is what I want. This is what I'm expecting of you. If you want to click the PowerPoint slides, you can either download them or click this and preview. And it just shows you for each chapter pretty much the salient features or the highlights. Like these are the main things you're going to be learning with chapter 2. So, it's for you if you want them. So let's go back. Welcome to logic. That's just a, let me see. Yeah, that's just a general PowerPoint. So your whole, all of your assignments will be Applia assignments. When you click on them, it will automatically take you to MindTap. We'll talk about that in a minute. You're going to have to purchase this software from Cengage. So basically this whole class, most of the homework will be on another website. You purchase the rights to it. It has your information, your quizzes, and all that kind of stuff. It has it all right there right now. I'll show that to you in a second. In fact, that's at the very top. So when you click modules and you go here, register and access for MindTap, you need that for this class. In other words, if you don't purchase that, you cannot take this class. It doesn't matter if you try to find the same book that we're using with MindTap. It doesn't matter. You actually need the software to be able to do your homework, okay? So if you can't get that Cengage software, you have to drop the class, okay? I've been teaching logic for years now, and one of the things I love is this platform. It makes your life easier. It's very structured while you're doing your homework. If you miss something, it tells you why you missed it, what section of the book to look at. It kind of walks you through. So there's 4 chapters. And I start with chapter 2. Then we go to chapter 1, chapter 3, chapter 6. So all your homework's here. And here you go, 2.1. So let me go back. Oh, sorry, I can't do that. When you're in Canvas and your very first homework assignment, you'll see it says 2.1 Applia. When you click that link, it brings you right into this very assignment. It's connected to Canvas, okay? So then this is where you do your homework. And obviously you have to read the section in your book. If you try to do your homework and you do not read that section, you're going to be struggling to do your homework. And also, so yeah, here's your chapter test. So basically, each chapter is 2 weeks long. Since we're 8 weeks and we're doing 4 chapters, each chapter 2 weeks, okay? So at the end of 2 weeks, you'll take your chapter 2 test. So just to let you know, each section of your homework, you have 3 attempts to get your homework to 100. 3. After your 3rd attempt, MindTap takes the best score you have, and that's your score. So I'm very lenient. I want you to master this homework and get good at logic. You got 3 attempts each homework. On your chapter test, you only have 1 attempt, okay? That's the real deal. It's timed, 1 attempt, that's it. There's practice sections that you can do, but you don't have to. Some of you like to do practice problems. They're there for you. Each section has some practice problems. See? But the only thing that you're accountable for is this, the assignment, okay? Last but not least, the chapter tests at the bottom, for some reason they say practice test. That is the real test. It's not practice, it's the real deal, okay? Even though it says practice. For example, see, chapter 1 says practice, chapter 3 says practice, chapter 6 says practice. They're not practice. They're the real test, okay? So that's it. Let's go back to your modules. Once again, when you're a student and you click this, your first homework, it takes you right back to this, and it launches you right into your homework. When you're done, it automatically grades your homework and puts it right into Canvas for you, okay? So, oh, another thing, I dropped the 2 lowest scores of your homework inside Canvas. So out of all the homeworks you got, 2 of them, lowest scores, dropped. They're not counted towards your grade. If you do not do the first 2 homeworks in the first week of class, not counted against you. So And that's done automatically. I would say each, but most of my sections, I create a video for you. This is a general video that I think I got off the internet. But most of these videos, I'm talking to you. For example, let's watch this for a second.
Hi, I'm Joseph Komrowski. Today we'll be covering a mini lecture out of Hurley's Introduction to Logic text. We'll be in Chapter 2, Language, Meaning, and Definition.
That's an example of a video that I've created for you for that specific homework. Most of these homeworks, I walk you through everything. Everything that's expected of you, I show you. I show you the book, I give you some example problems, I talk you through it. So if you listen to my videos and you read this section, and I don't care what order you do it in, you could read this section and listen to my video or vice versa, but you can't just listen to my videos. It's not enough. You've got to literally read Hurley. And the reason I chose that book is it's awesome. It's pretty much the gold standard for logic throughout colleges in the United States, like first introductory logic classes. This book is an awesome book. Because it's user friendly. He helps walk you through with really good examples, a difficult subject, like logic. So again, here's section 2.1. There's my video. 2.2. There's my video. 2.3. There's my video. On and on. The only time I don't make videos is chapter 3. That's the fallacies chapter. Let me see. Yeah, on this one, I just post a bunch of mini videos, one video for each fallacy, because the chapter has like 20-something fallacies, and maybe I do that in the future. But these are fun little videos for each fallacy, okay? Otherwise, it's all me in the videos. And the reason I do this is, logic's a difficult subject, and I want you all to do well. I don't want you to just do well. I want you to have excellence in this class. That's what I want. I try to equip you to be able to do that. So I try to walk you through it as if I'm in the classroom with you, okay? So that's it for your homework. It's all there, all 8 weeks, on down to your final exam. Your final exam is chapter 6. I don't do a cumulative final. It's just chapter 6. But it's the hardest chapter of the 8 weeks, so that's why it's your final, okay? Let's go back up. Let's go to home. Now let me walk you through the syllabus. So again, review. You got to complete your syllabus quiz, do your discussion forum. Again, this video works for any of the classes for the spring 2021. My contact email, I've edited it for one class. It's J. Komrowski at mountsac.edu. I'm asking you, do not use the Canvas inbox for communication. Don't message me through, where is it at? Right here, through the inbox. I rarely check these. And in fact, if you message me through there, I cannot, through my phone, answer you. I must be on a computer. So the quickest way to get a hold of me is through email. I can answer you on my computer or on my phone, But my virtual office hours, and that's when I respond to emails pretty quickly, is in between 12 and 1 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. What does this mean? It means if you email me outside of these time frames, I could take 24 hours to get back to you. Okay? Some of you love emailing at 9 or 10 at night. Guess what? I'm asleep. Yes, Joseph is an early bird. I'm not a night owl. I don't stay up late. So some of you are dying for that answer at 10:30 at night. I'm not that guy. So yeah, those are my standard times for office hours. This class has no mandatory Zoom meetings. You don't have to do Zoom. If you want to schedule a Zoom meeting with me during my office hours for help with something, email me. Say, hey, can we do Zoom hours or like a meeting? I'll set it up for you. I'll email you the link. If it's outside of my office hours and you can't make my office hours, give me a few times that you're available and I'll pick one. Okay, so I'll work with you. I'm flexible. If you need help with Canvas, call this number. If you don't have the number, put it in your phone. I use these numbers all the time. What they can do is you call, you tell them the number of your class, which is up here, not this number, but the Canvas number. They can remote into the very class you're looking at, and they can view it like you view it. They're awesome. They can help you really fast. If you need help with MindTap from Cengage, any problems, you call them. If you email me and you ask for me for help, I'm simply going to tell you, did you call them? Did you email them? Because I can't be the middleman, because I'm not a software engineer or an IT person that can help you with their website. You got to call them. That being said, why are we taking logic? Why is it important? Well, logic is in the business of correct reasoning. In this class, we're going to analyze how to reason correctly. One of the ways to reason correctly is to use language in a precise manner. That's going to be chapter 2. An analysis of language is an instrument of sound thinking in morals, politics, everyday life. You will be amazed at how practical logic is at everything you do in life. You'll take this class now, even if you're, slightly confused with some of the concepts. There'll be a lot of what I teach you that you will apply to a lot of the classes you take in the future, your jobs. Somebody's going to talk to you about something, present you an idea, and you might think to yourself, that's a crappy argument. That could be a better argument. Here's a practical example for you. Let's say you're working for your employer for years and you want a job. No, actually, let's say a year went by. In my opinion, every year you should ask for a raise. And if your employer doesn't give you a raise every year, maybe it's time to look for another job. But you might be thinking, how do I ask for a raise? First of all, you should. Don't ever think you're bugging your manager. It's their job. You want to form an argument like, this is why you should give me a raise. You're going to give them reasons, which are premises to an argument, and then you're going to force a conclusion on them. Conclusion, give me a raise. Reasons, I show up on time. Everybody loves me. You love me. I do my job well. I'm just, I'm joking here, but I'm not. And you're giving them reasons, and you're saying, therefore, I think you should give me a raise. When you give an argument to somebody, you're not arguing at them. It's not like some emotional battle of wills. No. That's not what arguments are. Arguments are devices used in logic that have a certain structure to them. They're built with certain things. They have parts to them. So premises. There are reasons, facts, evidence, and a conclusion. And then there's something called an inferential chain of reasoning. And what that looks like is when I give you premise 1, I show up on time. Premise 2, everybody likes me. Premise 3, I do my job well. When I'm giving those to you, you're being led down a path of reason so that the conclusion, therefore you should give me a raise, it follows from those premises. So that's a practical way of using an argument. In reality, it's not so abstract anymore, is it? Now you're like thinking, wow, I should use this for my job raise. So that's just one way, okay? But let's go here. The course is designed to assist students to analyze an argument, to avoid faulty conclusions in reasoning, to understand levels of meaning and kinds of arguments, to avoid verbal pitfalls, understand the steps of scientific methods, and how to identify value assumptions. Values are good, bad, right, and wrong. Over the semester, we'll rationally engage with things like, what's the difference between an assertion and an argument? Why is that important for you, being a critical thinker? How good is an argument you're advancing? What's the difference between an a posteriori and an a priori argument? What's the difference between an inductive and a deductive? That's going to be huge in chapter 1 and chapter 6, but especially chapter 1. How can you recognize a strong versus a weak argument? And by the way, that language is inductive, not deductive. So anyways, these terms will be new to you, but by the end of the semester, you'll totally understand them. Required text, you must get MindTap. You can't buy the physical book. You have to go to Cengage's website, although you can pay a little bit extra, and not only can you purchase the website, they'll actually mail you a printed out book. I think it's printed pages, but they can give you all 4 chapters. So it's around $90, maybe $93, $95, $90. It's around that price. Cengage gives you 2 weeks to use the book for free. In other words, on your first day of class, you can get this and you can start doing your homework for free for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you must buy it. So they do that just in case you drop the class. You can get your money back, things like that with Mount SAC. Just in case you drop the class for the first 2 weeks, you're never charged with MindTap. But if you're in the class, you're locked in, you're good to go, purchase this the first day and get on it, okay? If you have any questions, call them. Homework. 60% of your grade is your homework in MindTap. I weight it heavily because you're going to do a lot of homework. Chapter exams, 20% of your grade, and your final exam, 20%. That adds up to 100. I dropped the 2 lowest scores, okay? Grading, it's all done in Canvas. You don't calculate anything, it's all done for you. This is extremely important here. You're going to have to read this. When you're done with the homework assignment and you push this "I'm done, grade assignment now," because remember how I told you have 3 attempts? If you push this button on your first attempt, or let's say you're not even done with it, if you push this, it will grade what you've done and it will not let you do any other attempts. Therefore, do not push this button unless you are literally done and you're satisfied with your final grade, okay? In other words, let's say you're on your first attempt and you got a 75 and you click this to grade it. It is literally going to grade your assignment, give you a 75 and lock the assignment. It will not be able to do your retakes. So therefore, if you're not satisfied with your score, don't hit this. You could literally log out and it saves your work, okay? So this is when you're literally done. And you can read this. So make sure you read this, because I'm just giving you the friendly warning. You don't push that button unless you're done. My grading scale and then Mount SAC's grading scale, you'll see in a minute why I do this. Mount SAC doesn't give you A+, A-, B+. We don't do that. It's just all or nothing, A, B, C. But I do this because I award extra credit. If you take my extra credit, it's due at the end of the semester, I'll only accept 1 extra credit. Watch this video here. I explain how to do all the extra credits, okay? I give you the movie challenge where you have to watch 2 movies. Each movie you have to fill out 2 pages worth of questions. So that's 4 pages total for each movie. Or you could do the scholar challenge where you read a book. You have to get the book, that's on you. When we were on campus, I had the book inside the library. You could rent it for 2 hours, but that's we're not going to be on campus in the spring. So if you do the scholar challenge, you have to get the book on your own. Read the whole thing, 189 pages. It's actually a quick read. It'd take you maybe a day, maybe 2. And then the form you fill out is like a paragraph. You have to swear to me you've read all 189 pages, and then I ask you, what's your favorite chapter and why? A real short paragraph, and you're done. So this movie extra credit is all about the movies and filling out 2 forms. This one's reading a book and filling out a paragraph. Each one of these are different. The social challenge, you have to pick a conference or debate that I approve of, and you have to write a 2-page summary about the main arguments and which one that you hold to. If you'd like to do this, you would have to ask me about a specific debate that's either on campus. There could be something on YouTube, but it has to be a good philosophy debate, something or political, or even a social debate. Run that by me and I'll approve it if I approve it, but don't do it first and then turn it in. You got to approve this one with me. These other ones, I get a lot of people that read the book and a lot of people that do the movies. What it does is, and this is all in this video on how to do your extra credit, what it does is it bumps you up 2 notches on this scale. How does this work? let's say you got a B for your final grade, but you do a full extra credit, and you got a B, I will bump you up 2 notches. 1, 2, which is a A minus, right? An A minus is really an A. So I use your grade here. If you do extra credit, I'll bump you up 2 notches, and then I'll look at where your final grade is. But let's say you have a C minus, and you do a full extra credit, it bumps you up 2 notches, which is a C plus, which is still a C. So some of you will realize, look, even if I do extra credit, I'm still going to have the same grade. Don't do the extra credit. I'm just saying, you will have the same grade. So if you get bumped up 2 notches and it changes your grade a different letter, fully worth it, okay? But anyways, that's my extra credit. Student learning outcomes and objectives. These are the 5 things that I think you will be able to do by the end of the semester. You should be able to. Drop deadlines. These are all important. You can look at these. Again, February 23rd by Tuesday night. You must do the syllabus quiz, getting to know you, or you'll be dropped from the class. And my classes are fully loaded. I got 35 students in each class. If you drop, there'll be instantly somebody to take your place. I'm not saying that because I don't love you and I don't want you in my class. That's how competitive it is. So if you're going to stay, do those 2 quizzes, okay? Late work. I don't accept late work. I'll accept it early, but not late. And again, I give you 2 free homeworks you can drop. If you get a 0 or a 60 or a 40, 2 of them, they're deleted from your grade, okay? Academic honesty, don't cheat. Plagiarism, we're not really, writing papers here, so everything's on MindTap. These are student services for you as a student. Any one of these you can click on. And if you fall into any one of these, there are communities at Mount SAC, a whole bunch of them. They're ready to help you. Me, when I was a student like you, and yes, I went to Mount SAC for 5 years. I became an X-ray tech there. So when I got out of the military, I went to Mount SAC from 94 to 99. And then I went to Loma Linda and learned nuclear medicine, became a nuclear medicine tech, and then eventually, many years later, I became a professor in philosophy, and I'm going to finish my PhD. So you might say half of my working career was in the medical field, and the other half is being a professor, and that's what I like doing. Why do I say all that? Because when I came out of the military, I was a disabled veteran. I got priority registration, and it was free. I didn't have to pay for my classes, and I was prioritized. So some of these workshops give you priority. Some of them have free computer labs. There's just, and when we go back to campus, some of these places have couches that you could sleep on. Really? Literally. If I had a couch as a student, I'd be on it. I'd be sleeping on it. Some of them have refrigerators, cool stuff. Free printing labs. So check all these out. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll schedule a Zoom meeting. If you're shy, I'll help introduce you to these communities. Disability accommodations. If you need a disability accommodation, please see me. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm all about working with disabilities. Here we are, finally, course calendar. These are just how I break down your assignments. Like, for example, Chapter 2, 2 weeks. Chapter 1, 2 weeks. Chapter 3, Chapter 6. So a quick breakdown. Chapter 2 is all about language that we use. We're going to avoid things like ambiguity, vagueness. If you don't know what those are, you will know. The reason it's important to start with language is because before we get to constructing arguments, we have to have precise language. If you got sloppy language, you'll have a sloppy argument, okay? Chapter 1 is all about the basics of the arguments themselves, inductive, deductive, what's a non-argument versus an argument, okay? These are like the basics, just like it says. Chapter 3, all about informal fallacies. These are really fun, especially the slippery slope fallacy. You'll love the example I give you there. With there used to be direct TV commercials. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. And most of your assignments right here, well, actually all of them, tells you when they're due. First of all, I tell you the week, February 22nd through the 28th, those are the dates. And in that week, this one's due on Tuesday, this one's due on Thursday, this one's due on Friday. They're all time-stamped inside of your MindTap, okay? So I usually run a Monday, Wednesday, Friday shift here. Every once in a while, you'll see a Tuesday, Thursday. The reason I do that on this first week is because the first week you're really busy, so I kind of scatter it differently. Down here, Cesar Chavez holiday on Wednesday, so I just have you turn in something Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Again, just because Wednesday's a holiday. We're not on campus or anything, but still, you know, in your mind, you can relax on that day if you want. Chapter 6, Propositional Logic. This is a harder one where we're going to talk about truth tables and determining validity of arguments. For some of you that love math, this will be your favorite chapter, hands down. You will love this because you're like solving problems in a very mechanical way. And these are your important dates. Chapter 2 test, Chapter 1, Chapter 3. And some of you are like, dude, he's got it backwards. No, I start with Chapter 2 first because I think it's very important to start with the language that we use before we even get to the arguments. I do that on purpose. And if you want to read about the favorite school that I've always dreamed about going to but never did, I mean, seriously, like really? Yeah. It offers a bachelor's degree in liberal arts. You can look at my video where I explain why I think this school is mind-blowing. But yeah, that's about it. And for some of you that might major in philosophy and take other classes of mine, these are my two go-to websites for all my research. This one is a little bit easier, in Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy is the creme de la creme. It is the best for starting your research. And that's pretty much it. So again, what's the first thing you do when you get into my class? You'll watch my video, and I'll have a link to my video right above the download syllabus. I'll put it there when I'm done recording this. You will do your syllabus quiz, getting to know you assignment, get your, and these are on Canvas. Then get that Cengage MindTap, get that thing locked and loaded. Start reading section 2.1. When you're ready, click modules. Watch my video on 2.1. After you do your reading, click the assignment. Boom, brings you right to Cengage, right to the actual assignment, and that's it. So I hope this video has been beneficial to you. Again, I just want you to do well in this class, and I want you to do it with excellence, and I want you to be empowered. So watch this video a couple times if you want to. If you have any questions outside of that, email me or set up a Zoom meeting with me during these office hour times, and I wish you the best. Okay, we'll talk soon.